Hey everyone, it's Nate with Wilson Family Ministries. Have you ever heard someone suggest that there is no truth? I think it's sort of a default response that many unbelievers have when confronted with the truth about God and the gospel. Perhaps you've heard someone declare that they are living their truth, and those who would suggest their truth isn't truth at all are just haters and bigots. It can become a confusing and frustrating exercise. Here's how I try to present the issue. Consider mustard. Some people like mustard and others dislike it. To some, it's a delicious addition to food they are eating. To others, it ruins the food altogether. Whichever the case, these are examples of subjective truths, or as I like to call them, perspective and opinion. For some, it is true that they do not like the way mustard tastes, while others experience the opposite. These truths can exist simultaneously as they are subject to the individual's tastes and preferences. The objective truth about mustard, the thing that is common to all people with healthy and functioning taste buds, is that mustard has flavor. Mustard has a specific chemical composition that reacts with the taste receptors in a human being's mouth, which, in turn, send signals to the brain that are interpreted as flavor. A preference for that flavor is entirely subjective. The existence of that flavor is entirely objective. We cannot choose to believe that mustard has no flavor and expect that our belief changes the chemical composition of mustard so that the flavor disappears. Nor can we boldly proclaim that mustard is now chocolate. No matter what creative concoctions are developed to accent the flavor of mustard, whether it be the spicy, hot, sweet, or savory, mustard is as it has always been created to be, mustard. So what does mustard have to do with anything? Well, we live in a world in which objective truth is being thrown out the window. Today, society tells us that our feelings about things inform us of truth, and that truth is objective and to be acknowledged and respected as such by everyone else. Issues of faith, gender, sexual identity, and political affiliations have become hotbeds of conflict among us as we argue that our truths are objective instead of subjective. To put it bluntly, we argue that our feelings are facts and that anyone who doesn't acknowledge them as such are hateful bigots. Like many of you reading or listening, this trend exasperates me. I often ask myself, how did we get here? I suggest that the objective truth is that it is an issue of idolatry. We humans have a nasty habit of worshiping ourselves. Even when we proclaim to have faith in a higher power, we often end up living lives that are entirely self-centered. We obsess about wealth, property, social status, the opinions of others, or even personal crusades to make the world better. All things in which we are focused on that which exists in this material and carnal world. Even our spirituality can be entirely self-centered as we pursue harmony, enlightenment, and oneness. Cultural Christians are not exempt, as many choose to ignore the Jesus of the Bible, preferring instead to worship a Jesus that they have crafted in their own image and aligns neatly with their own worldview. The truth is that the assault on truth isn't accidental or happenstance, but rather a deliberate and diabolical ploy orchestrated by the enemy of our souls himself, intended to prevent us from coming to know the truth himself, John 14:6, and in so knowing, be set free, John 8:32. I humbly suggest that our response should be daily, fervent, intercessory prayer for those who are trapped in the enemy's web of lies, and lovingly but boldly proclaim the truth of the Bible to all who will listen, no matter what condemnation the finger-wagging social justice sycophants or the self-righteous cultural Christians proffer your way. Grace and peace to you, brothers and sisters. May you know the truth and be set free. Amen.